the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. They run on first down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming. This defense for the Vikings, they were terrific a week ago in that win over Detroit.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll give to Elliott. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first.
First down, Steelers.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. This defense for the Vikings, they were terrific a week ago in that win over Detroit.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
And he's going to be stopped just short of the first down marker at the Vikings 28. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Hurts sets up to throw it. Flush to his right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Hurts dangerous when he runs that football. He's got a first.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big time play.
Off the play fake. Here's Hurts. And he'll just get rid of it.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Here's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. This defense for the Vikings, they were terrific a week ago in that win over Detroit.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that's going to make it 4th down. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Escaping the pressure right. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack, And a turnover on downs. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And this crowd into it early. Their guys stand tall on the opening drive of the football game. A first carry now for Adrian Peterson. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down. And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Following the penalty, it's Peterson. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs. This defense for the Steelers, they were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
Well, we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. No score after one on EA Sports. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Looking for Stills here, and it's intercepted. Reuben Foster picks it. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
Eluding the pressure right. This one grabbed by A.J. Green.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
On 2nd down now. It's Elliott. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we say it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 44 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
17 yards. First down, Steelers.
On first down, Hurts. He'll get this out wide here to Elliott. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
On 2nd down, it's Elliott, and he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. Throwing is Hurts. Steps away to his left. And he's got his tight end. That's Smith. And the Steelers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
1st and goal from just inside the 5. Elliott. A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be 2nd and goal. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. Actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they've wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Max Crosby, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. And that hits off the left upright, and it caroms away, no good. And this will remain a scoreless game. Well, that hollow metal sound is the bane of any kicker's existence, and here, that sound is going to keep our game scoreless.
And you could see him give that body English as the ball was in the air. Come on, baby, come on. But no dice that time.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. Now it's AP, Adrian Peterson. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. Handoff comes to Peterson. Peterson a first down and more. And down right around the 37. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
They give it to Peterson. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 76 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They'll try to throw now. Winston. He finds his man complete. That's Peterson. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. Working out of the gun, Winston. This is caught. Touchdown, Vikings. A.J. Brown as the first half is winding down. And the Vikings have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0.
Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive as they take over here with 11 seconds remaining. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. They'll throw now on the final play. He'll buy some time right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. So we've reached halftime here in Minnesota with the Vikings on top. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. Second down, Peterson again. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
And with the play clock at 5, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Third and short yardage, Winston. And he hits his target. It's Kenny Stills. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, we use the term pitch and catch a lot to denote an easy completion. We just saw one right there on 3rd and 3 to pick up the first down.
Why are those so tough to defend? Just because they hit so quickly?
Yeah, it's all about timing and confidence. Quarterback sees it, rips it, there you go.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Winston. And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 22 yards there, a first down. Peterson. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run. Off
the play fake, Winston. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. Jameis to throw it. It's caught. Stills right side. And he will have the Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Back to the ground, Peterson. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Winston. He finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
They'll run it. Here's Peterson. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. 95 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
Well, it's apparent the defense understands the situation. They have to keep them out of the end zone here. That's a great start by them. A loss on that play. Can they force them into a field goal attempt and still give their offense an opportunity?
Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky.
Well, anytime down here in the red zone that you can get a running back going lateral to the line of scrimmage, that's a plus for the defense. We all hear about the offensive guys saying, get north and south, get upfield. They didn't allow it at all on that play.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Adrian Peterson, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Vikings take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think.
Oh, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. Bernardrick McKinney muscled his way in for the sack. Boy, that's tough, Charles. First play of the drive, you're hoping to stay ahead of schedule. You take that huge sack, and now you're facing 2nd and a mile.
And the entire time, you were probably thinking the same thing I was. Either get rid of the ball safely, of course, or go down. The yardage he gave up on that play, that's going to be tough for them to make up.
Call it a 6-yard gain. Still plenty of work to do coming up. 3rd and 14. Here's Hurts to throw. Flushed out right. Going to throw right side here. Complete. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
One of the feature points of the in route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he can get his receiver hit and hit hard.
And he'll be stopped right at midfield. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think the part of their plan was to hit them over the top with the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
Second and 10. Hurts. Flush to his right. Hurts fumbles it. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well. So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. Looking to throw. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another 1st down. From the gun, it's Hurts. Rolling to his right. Oh, what a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Now back to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
We've got to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first row.
They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on 2nd and goal? On the counter, Elliott. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Steelers are finally on the board here in the 4th quarter. Extra point up and through. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
Steelers 7.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They've been rolling the last couple of drives, each inning in touchdowns. So this game is flipped. They were down. Now they're up with the football. We'll see how they handle it.
Can we get a spy on the headset now between the head coach and offensive coordinator? Because they've been in attack mode. Had to get back into the game. Now they have the lead. Do you stay on the attack, or do you dial it back a little bit to try and protect this lead?
Well, my cop-out answer would be somewhere in the middle. I think it's going to be a fine line, is it not?
I think you're exactly right, but I do think if they can stay aggressive and keep them on their heels, they'll be best served that way.
Going deep here for Stills. And they finally put an end to this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37. A seismic shift in momentum here in the 4th quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. He'll get this to Elliott. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays.
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Miles Boykin, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this game here on the 4th. Now for the point after. And no sweat, he puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
Play fake. Winston. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Forced out to his left. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down. Throwing, Winston. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. Carry number 20 now for Peterson. And forget that 100-yard rushing game, at least for the moment, as he'll lose yardage here and fall back under the century mark for the game. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Winston. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is it just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Winston to throw. They'll roll him out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They've got momentum on their side. They were once down 14-0. Now it's even at 14 as they look to put together a drive to get them the lead. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
Play action. Here's Hurts. He's got Elliott. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
A dump off to Elliott. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
Complete to Ezekiel Elliott. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Slant to Adams. They find some open field here. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the fourth. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is in a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 21-14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Now Winston. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. This entire defensive unit, Charles, they've really put in a good shift tonight, so to speak.
I like how you phrased that. This has been a good shift. They punched the clock the entire evening. They ought to have shirts that have their names on them in the front to let them know these are blue-collar workers who are getting it done.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Here's Winston. And this is caught. Kenny Stills. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 17 yards, first down, Vikings.
at the 50-yard line.
He'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He's going deep for Brown. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Now one more shot at it. Obviously, again, they've got to go for the end zone.
Well, we've seen it happen before. How about Aaron Rodgers throughout his career? He seems to pull it off about every other week. But if I'm the defense, I'm rushing the quarterback and making him move away from his throwing arm. That makes it a little bit tougher to get it downfield.
One last shot now for Winston. He's going to look deep for Watkins. This is caught inside the 15. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Well, Charles, this one's going to be hard to digest. You take the lead into the fourth quarter, lose that lead. Maybe they felt like they let this one slip away a little bit.
It will definitely feel like that because when you have a lead in the fourth quarter, all you talk about doing is finishing and closing a game out. But when you flip it over, how about that? Making the comeback and then finishing the game, sealing it on defense, they will feel jubilant in their locker room.
So for Pittsburgh, their very slim playoff hopes remain as they move to 6-7 on the year. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week where they take on the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, it's a loss that could have implications on the playoff race as they fall to 9-4. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at Soldier Field with the Chicago Bears.